better ring the alarm because they are stealing your money. Hey guys, so for today's video I'm going to be testing out the new Jaclyn Hill Vault collection. So today was a release and I actually went to the Morphe store and got them. I waited in line. It was a new experience. I have never done that. I've never gone to wait for a release, so I got there pretty early and there was a really long line just to get this. So I'm going to be testing out the quality, the blendability, the color, everything, and just giving my review on it. So let's get started. So I think I'm going to start from lightest to darkest because I know that some of these dark blues and purples can stain my eyes. So I think I'm going to start with Armed and Gorgeous. I would say this is my least favorite palette because I rarely ever use greens and browns. Like when I see this palette I'm like, ooh, that's fun and it gets me excited, but then I don't know what to do with it, you know? Like I don't know what kind of look to do. So first shade I'm going to take is Access. I'm going to use my Morphe E27 brush and I'm just going to start buffing this into my crease. So the shade is really nice. It's blending out really well. Next shade I'm going to take is Secure. I'm going to take my Morphe M433 brush and I'm going to start placing this into my outer corner and into my crease. Now I'm going to take Smooth Criminal. With my Morphe M562 brush, I'm going to start placing this into my outer corner and into my crease. And I'm going to blend that brown shade with more of that orange shade. Now I'm going to take Top Secret. And I'm going to place this on my lower lash line. Now I'm going to take VIP. So I'm going to go put some lashes on and I'll come back to tell you what I think about this palette. Alright, so my thoughts on the Armed and Gorgeous palette. I think the shades that I tried on the top of my eye were really nice. The highlight shade is really nice, the yellow shade, orange shades, the browns. I used both browns just to darken up my outer corner. The only shade I didn't like is the green because as I was putting it on, it just kept like brushing away basically. It wouldn't stay on my lower lash line, and as I kept working on my upper lid it just kind of went away, and I tried putting it closer to my lash line, I tried deepening it, it just wasn't working. It's on right now, it looks okay. I'm not gonna say it's like the best green ever, but I think it's okay. Blendability for the top of my eyes was okay. Yellow was awesome, orange was awesome, brown was eh. Like over here it's like super patchy and I tried using the darker shade to fix it. I didn't try any of the shimmer shades, so I didn't try Guilt Trip, Coin, or Classified. Those are the only three shades that I didn't try. So on to the next palette. So the next palette I'm going to be trying is Ring the Alarm. I think this is my favorite color-wise palette because these are the colors that I would normally gravitate to. So I'm excited. So first shade I'm going to take is Rush. I'm going to use my Morphe M511 brush and I'm going to start buffing this into my crease. Ooh, I like this color. Ooh, she's warm. She's warm and pigmented. So far I really like this transition shade. It's blending very nicely. It is very pigmented. Next shade I'm going to take is Alert. I'm just going to run this through my crease. Ooh. Ooh, okay. I'm going to run this shade onto my lower lash line as well. Next shade I'm going to take is Framed. I'm going to pack this onto my outer crease. Now I'm going to take Boom, and with my finger I'm just going to apply it onto my eyelid. Alright, so my thoughts on the Ring the Alarm palette is actually good. I actually like this palette a lot more than the other one, the Armed and Gorgeous palette. But I think this eye look is something I would wear out. Like, I'm fine with this eye look. I can go out and feel fine. I'm not like self-conscious, like, oh my god, my crease is not blended or something, you know? Like, I feel fine. I think it's better than the Armed and Gorgeous palette because I just like warm tones. So, on to the next palette. Alright, so the next palette I'm going to use is Bling Boss. I'm actually super excited about this palette because look at this shade. This maroon shade. I love maroons and burnt oranges. These are my favorite shades, so I love it. But I'm not going to use it. I'm going to go more for this, like these purples right here. Like this one. I like this one. I like this one. So I'm gonna start off with the shade Hush Hush. So I'm using my Morphe M441 brush and I'm just placing this onto my outer corner. I never really use these kind of like mauve purple shades because they're kind of like, I don't know, they look like a gray sick color and I don't know, I'm not into that. Next I want to take Rockstar and I'm going to place this purple onto my outer crease, outer lid, just the outer part of my eye. So I find that when you start blending this shade out a lot, or any dark shades from these palettes, it just kind of like fades away into nothing. So I suggest blending it out and then tapping on product, dog, and then just tapping on the product over it again, just so it's a little bit more pigmented. Now I'm going to take Mystique. This looks like a really nice dark purple shade. So I'm just going to deepen out this outer corner. So I'm going to take Mystique and run it under my lower lash line. So for my lid, I think I'm going to go with Bling Bling because it's the lightest shade in this palette. So we're just going to take a little bit of Bling Bling, just dab it onto my eyelid. Alright, so my thoughts on Bling Boss. I think it's a good palette. The shimmers are very, very, very beautiful. I really like this maroon shade, this sparkly maroon shade, and this dark purple. I also really like this, like, kind of dark purple with reflex in it. It's really, really nice. But I think it's it. I think it's a good color story. I think the purples are a little bit patchy, but I think they're okay to work with. So I like this palette. I'm not sure if I like this more than Ring the Alarm, but I like it. This is my top favorite. My second favorite, Ring the Alarm, and my third favorite. We have one more palette to try, which is Dark Magic, and then I will give my full review on all four of them. So finally we're using Dark Magic, which is the blue and green palette. So I already did this eye off of camera. I don't know if this looks good or bad, but it looks bad to me right now. It looks very bad. I thought I was gonna look great, but I played myself. I made a mistake. First thing I did was take Poof, which is just a cream shade, and I put it all over my lid just to set my concealer. Now this is where everything goes wrong, okay? So I'm going to take Potion, which is going to be my transition shade because there is no transition shade besides Shh, which is like a taupey cool tone brown, and I don't work with cool tone brown. So I'm just buffing the shade into my crease and blending it up towards my brow bone. Now I'm going to go into Inside Job. It looks like a dark green in the pan, but it's actually kind of like an emerald. It's like a blue green. I'm putting it into my outer and inner corner first and then blending it into my crease. So it looks super nice, and then you'll start blending it and it, like all the color will just kind of like go away. Like it's still there, the color is still there. It's just not as pigmented as it was. So I'm just putting some more green in here. I blended this into the green, but right here it's a lot darker than over here. And then right here there's like nothing. It's like just like a patch of nothing. Now I'm gonna go into Busted. So I'm gonna take this dark blue and I'm just gonna pat it all over my lid, because if I swipe it, it's just gonna be super patchy and inconsistent. Do you see this patchiness right there? It just, I don't know. I'm gonna run that green onto my lower lash line. So I'm gonna go apply some lashes off of camera and then I'll come back to tell you guys my final thoughts. Alright guys, so my final thoughts about the Vault collection. I like it. I think it was a good idea. The swatches are really good. Like they swatch amazingly. These shimmers are amazing. The mattes, they're just patchy. That's like my only complaint. Maybe, you know, I could take more time with it. I just think they're like a little bit patchy. That's my only complaint. And then I tried doing looks that I've already done before, looks that I'm comfortable with. So the first look I did with the yellow and green on the bottom, that's a look that I do all the time. I don't use the green on my lower lash line, but it's like any other shade, you know? I've done the second look a bunch of times. It's like just a regular warm tone look. I've done the third look a bunch of times, but I usually do them with reds. I don't do them with purples, so I really wanted to see how patchy the purples are. They are pretty, they're a little bit patchy. Maybe, you know, you can like blend it a little bit more, be more precise and stuff. But this look, this blue, is what I was upset about, because I've done this look a bunch of times. This is one of my most favorite looks ever because I love the green and blue. The blue is super patchy. The green just fades away. It's just like the greens suck. The greens suck. The one in the first palette, Armed and Gorgeous, the green wasn't that good. This green wasn't that good. The blues were okay, but as I said, like you pat it on and then you blend it away and it's gone. Like it just goes away. The price was really good for these. And I'm not gonna say, you know, like, oh, you get what you paid for, because you don't. You get really good for palettes, you know? Palettes that I guess are good for travel. I don't know, maybe I could take Ring the Alarm with me if I traveled, you know? Like these are shades that I would use every single day. It just depends on what you like, what color story you like. I saw a lot of people this morning actually only go for like individuals. I saw a couple people just take two because maybe, you know, they liked Ring the Alarm and Bling Boss instead of blues and greens, but it's just up to you. I think it's fine. I like her palette better, but I think they're okay. I think it's good. So that was the review, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe while you're down there and click the little bell button to be notified whenever I post. Also, my social media will be down below so you guys can go check that out. Also, every single lash I used in this video was Dodo lashes, so if you guys want to check them out, don't forget to use my code LALXSLY at checkout to save some money. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!